Hey, what's going on, dudes? My name is TDC and welcome back to my Minecraft world. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic today. Hopefully you had an awesome Thanksgiving, got to hang out with some family and friends and got some good foods. It's actually tomorrow for me. I'm recording this the night before Thanksgiving and I think I'm already full. I don't know if that's possible or not, but just all the anticipation for food. I cannot wait. But yeah, dude, so today I've got a little bit of time to record and I got to thinking, don't just ignore this, okay? I'll explain it in a minute, okay? I didn't mean to look at it. I got to thinking about a place to have some sort of feast, right? So, we've got the butcher shop over here and it's kind of set up to be a restaurant of sorts, but we don't really have like a good hall or dining hall or anything like that for, a place that everybody could gather and we could have some eats and we could just hang out and have a good time, drink some ale, do whatever it is that these people do in this world. I don't know. I've never met anybody. They just disappear every time I log on. But I got to thinking about our project book and I remember seeing a comment from not too terribly long ago, but it was a really, really good one. So take a look in here. We've got this one from Maddie Queen, which is one of our patrons. So huge thank you for the idea and inspiration here. She said, this is paraphrased of course, do a large dining hall with a fire pit. Now this was kind of going off our inspiration of playing Skyrim, which might be coming back eventually. But yeah, so I think we're going to try to mimic one of the inns and stuff that Skyrim has, where they've got, little bedrooms and stuff like that. We're not really going to have an inn here. It's just going to be sort of a dining hall. But we'll have a big fire pit here in the middle, and then we'll also kind of have like a little barkeep and stuff back here on the side, and maybe some small tables and chairs or something along the edges here, the outside. But I got to playing around with this and I did a little bit of building off camera. I think today is going to be kind of a buildy episode that I'm going to just work on and then come back and show you what we got, because I don't want to waste any time today. I want to try to focus and get this build done today, because this is a little bit bigger than what I normally do, right? And so let me give you the rundown of our idea. So I think we're gonna have this open. We're gonna have some sort of archway going into this building here. So the roof is gonna be very tall-ish, and then we're gonna have supports going across on the inside, which make it look fancy. We're gonna have maybe some windows up top, and this I think is just gonna be open to the outside, so you can just come right in and get right next to the fire if you wanted to. And then over here we'll have another little doorway, maybe do some signage or something right here. And I think on this side we are going to try to connect it up to this pathway here. Now I got to thinking about this big hole. We can do one of two things. We can kind of just fill it up and connect the path up and do something like that, or we could maybe connect this little pit right here, because we have this waterfall which was originally flowing down into here. This was like just a natural little pond-ish thing, but I'm thinking we could add some sort of cool waterfall or something right here to flow into this, and then we could build some sort of bridge with a waterfall bridge thing that we just did last episode. We could kind of mimic that idea and bring it over here. We could have like a big pond or something. I think that could be kind of cool, but I don't think we'll get to that today. If we got enough time, we may start on it, but I don't really know. So that's the idea. You can kind of see what I got going on in my head right now. So it's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about it. But let's go ahead and lay down some of this netherrack here. I've got a little bit prepared. And as far as the materials go, I don't know what I'm going to be using. I have quite a bit of stuff in a chest right up on top of the stairs over there. But I'm probably going to be running back and forth, trying different things. I'd like to try to maybe do some different materials, but I think... Oh yeah, look at that, man. That is awesome. I like the smoke particles. And we could come back later too with some chiseling bits. Not today because that takes forever, but we can maybe build like a cooking spit or something on top of the fire, or have like some sort of cooking pot hanging, kind of like roasting or something. I don't know, that can be kind of cool. But yeah, we have a lot of work to do today, so I think I am going to go ahead and get started, and then I'm going to come back and bring you in and show you what we got. Can we get a top view here? Oh, that's pretty cool. Alright dudes, I am going to dive in and I'll be right back. What's up, dude? You're our first customer. Alright, dudes, so this is what I have so far. It's pretty much all done, minus some of the smaller decorations and stuff like that. So we'll kind of have to figure that out as we go. But I think for the final layout, it doesn't look that bad, man. I kind of like it. So we got some long tables, we got short tables, we got some more long tables. Each one of them is a different size, just to kind of fill up this area and stuff around here. But yeah, I kind of dig it, man. So we're definitely gonna have to come back in and do some decorations and stuff on the walls, because the walls are kind of plain right now. We do have like some shelves and stuff to put on, or put stuff on, but I think for the most part it doesn't look that bad, does it? It's kind of neat. It definitely needs a lot of TLC though, that we're gonna have to kind of finish up at a different time, because I am just about out of time to record for today, and I want to try to at least get this run over and going down in here. But we're going to need a lot of work around here, because as you can see, it's kind of hanging off on the side over here. It opens up into this weird little cave thing that I'm not a huge fan of, so we'll probably just fill it up. But I don't know, it's coming along. And what's the other thing? Where was the other quirk that I had with this? I don't remember what it was now. It's got a lot of wood in it, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it doesn't look that bad. So we may come back in a little bit later on with, like I said earlier in the video, chisel and bits and do some cool stuff over the fire. Maybe do like something on the actual tables themselves, because the tables are kind of dry, kind of boring. The shelves, the counter here. I'd like to put like some barrels or something in here. I don't know if we can really make barrels with chisel and bits, but I'm sure we could figure something out, like, you know, something that you'd have like ale sitting in and some other cool stuff like that. So I don't know. You guys have to tell me what you think. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you got some ideas of stuff that we can actually do on the inside here. Make sure you leave that down below as well. The lighting is pretty decent in here. As you can see, we probably need to do something about on top of these actual logs here, because I think stuff can still spawn up there. But as far as on the floor, I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to hide some lighting in here somehow, but we can figure that out as time goes on. But I've got the jungle logs here, kind of like the braced frames. Like if you picture a log wrapped in like wood or not wood, but rope or twine, that's kind of like the vision that I get from seeing the jungle wood. It looks kind of like rope, especially when it's on a darker color wood like this, just kind of wrapped around, used as kind of like bracing or binding. So we got that in kind of the roof, since we've got these 4 big logs and stuff supporting up the whole ceiling here. So I wanted to leave it open. I thought about maybe running pillars down, but I figured that'd take up too much of the actual floor space, and I'm not a huge fan. We could probably do some pillars here if we wanted to going up, but I don't know. We'll just kind of leave it as is for right now. So I don't know. Things coming along pretty cool. I like it. I'm not a huge fan of this though. We may end up making this an actual door. We could maybe get it to come out a little bit and put doors in if we wanted to. I don't really know. But I do like having this upward entrance. I don't know. It's kind of cool. But yeah, so like I said, if you got ideas or something we can do to improve this whole thing and make it look a little bit better, make sure you leave it in a comment down below and let me know. And we can kind of come back and add some stuff to this if we wanted to. But I think for the remainder of this episode, we're just going to kind of tidy up the front of this area. I need to, first off, cut this tree down. Oh, that's another thing. We can maybe go plant a couple of these and just kind of let them grow. So we can add some darker color wood around here. That wouldn't be a bad idea, because it's kind of very, when we get up to the top here, I'll kind of show you. Since I cut down all the birch trees and stuff like that, it's very barren. There's like nothing around here. And it kind of makes it look a little bit plain, a little bit boring. But, you know, we can come back in, we can start adding some custom trees, maybe some of the winter trees and different things like that, the dead trees. And that'll kind of start to liven this place up quite a bit. But if we can get up top here, you guys like my wood farm? I love spruce trees, man. You get so much wood from them. It's awesome. But yeah, so let's come up here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So, yeah, it's a little dry. We still have a few birch woods and stuff kind of scattered throughout the hills and stuff here, but like all of this area here, all of that area going back over that way, and like all of this stuff back here. We definitely need to work on adding a few more custom trees and doing some different things there, but we can do that all a little bit later on. Oh god, I thought I was gonna fall. So yeah, I guess let me cut this tree down and go put some stuff up, and we can try to figure out something else to do. I know this episode is probably going to end up being really short, and I apologize for that, but I spent about 3 hours working on all this, and I'm just about out of time to record today, so we may end up wrapping up pretty soon, but I want to try to get at least some other stuff done today, so let's see what I can figure out. Oh, cool. Can you grow? Oh, it's one of the ugly ones, man. Oh, I hate these ones. They just got like a little ball of leaves on the top. It's so stupid. I hate it. We're gonna leave it for now though, because I don't feel like chopping it down. This is so ugly. I hate them. Let's try putting one of them right here. And we'll see. Can you grow? Can you grow? No. I'm out of bone meal. Oh well. Yeah, so I think I'm probably going to end up spending a little bit of time trying to add some foliage and stuff around here, some trees, just to kind of figure out how I want this area to look, because you can see I got this one grown there. That looks pretty good. Now, one thing that we could do too, let's finish up this staircase real quick. Take these out, and we'll just kind of line the staircase with logs like we do. But the idea behind planting all the trees and stuff like that is so you kind of get like a natural feel for the land and how things kind of look, because you guys know I kind of tend to build kind of around natural stuff. I don't just like come up to the top of a hill and flatten it and, you know, start building something there. I kind of use the terrain to figure out how I want things to look and, you know, what they need to look like and that sort of thing. So by adding trees and stuff, I can kind of see, or I can kind of start to envision where things should be placed. That kind of sounds stupid, I know. I don't really know how to explain it, but like if we start adding trees and stuff like that, I see like, okay, that'd be kind of cool to have this shaped building surrounded by those type of trees and different stuff like that. But I don't know, that just sounds kind of dumb now that I'm trying to say it out loud, but I'll kind of have to just figure it out and play it by ear, and we'll see what happens. But I'll probably spend a bunch of time doing that. I'll probably spend a bunch of time collecting leaves also, so we can start doing some bushes and different plant life and stuff like that around here, because I definitely think it needs it. Like that right there, that needs to be like all bushes, this whole little hillside thing that we got going on right there, and definitely have some vines and stuff hanging down around the outside of this waterfall. And we need to get inside there and kind of shape it up a little bit also, but we can do that for another time. But yeah, there's just so much to do, man. This area I think is going to be a lot of fun to start building in, because it's kind of like I've had a lot of new subscribers show up since we started working on the other side, and when you guys showed up, most of this has already been done, so you didn't really get a chance to have any kind of say in it. But now that we've got this kind of open canvas over here, you can leave your comments and ideas and all kinds of other stuff down in the comments below, or, you know, just suggestions, and I can kind of take those and use that to build this area over here. And that way you guys can get a little bit more involved with the building of this world, and you can say, oh, that's kind of cool, you know, I did that, or that, you know, that sort of thing. That's kind of always been the idea behind this series. So if you got something in mind, just leave it down below. It could be something simple, it could be something really, I don't know, extravagant and, you know, abstract, and we could try to make it work here. But, you know, you just never know. So if you've got an idea or something that just pops in your head, leave it in a comment down below and we can kind of figure it out. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the episode here for today. I'm sorry it was so short, but I got to get back. I got to go help my girlfriend start cooking and everything for Thanksgiving and, you know, all that kind of fun stuff. So hopefully you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. This is coming out on Friday. I'm recording it on Wednesday. So I will see you guys next week for another episode here in my Minecraft world. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure you hit that like button for me down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time, alright? Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll see you next time. Peace.